Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneurs Connection. Of course, it's my very rare privilege in this podcast to sit down with Africa's most inspiring entrepreneurs to learn about their journeys, their secrets. How did they start? How did they scale? And what can we take away today to build the life and business of our dreams? The nuggets that are going to be shared in this episode is going to leave you inspired and equipped to take action and literally level up. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
I founded Trading in late 2018, and then I had my best trading year ever in 2019. Up till now, the best trading year I've ever had in trading ever in 2019.
How much did you make that year?
I wouldn't put it in terms of money now. I'm going to put it in terms of accuracy.
Okay.
I had in 2019, out of 12 calendar months, I had 100% win rate for at least 10 calendar months. That actually we personally lost. That was my era of trading SRP. Basically SRP at that time. Euro, JPY, PJDY. So I wouldn't rate it in terms of finance. If I have to rate my trading in terms of finances, of course, the later years are better. 2023 now, of course. But nobody rates trading in terms of how much you make. It's how consistent you make the money.
So what's the most amount you made in a year from trading though?
In a year. I can't talk a year. No, I can't. Yeah, that'll be it. So you understand that this is record. You know that there is Sultan Cable in Lagos. No, I can't talk about year. But what I'm just going to say is I've made enough. Nobody comes, how will I come to the camera? You say so, no. No, I'm not going to ruffle. It's not about recording now. I'm just going to tell you the amount of money. I'll tell you, in a very good day, you can close $100,000 in a day. So when you decide to now spread it, of course, nobody can make 100K every single day of their life. But in a year,
There are people that make it on Instagram. Huh?
There are people that make it on Instagram. I put it to you that they are like, well, how much do you say they make it?
People that make 100K every day on Instagram.
Every day consistently. That's a lie. It's not possible on Instagram. On Instagram. That's why it's on Instagram now. But one day I think during your show, you bring a bunch of traders. Just allow me to that day and I'll catch every single person. You get what I mean? But nobody, I can't really come out to tell you the most money I've made. But I'll tell you I've made good money. I made good money. I'll give you a typical Okay, so let me just no, don't worry. No, you are trying to do things to me that I won't let you do. You want to get me in super trouble. Nah, it's not going to work like that. Boy,
you're going to tell me something. You're going to share an experience.
No, I wanted to tell you, okay, so this is going to give you an idea of what trading can do. So in 2020, in 2019 was my best trading year.
Yeah.
Towards the end of 2019, something happened. I'm sure there was a time you were in your house. I saw breaking news. Lagos Island is on fire. Okay, so let me tell you what happened that time. I had my best trading year in 2019, and towards later part of 2019, something happened during that time. I came back from Dubai, and I was in my house. I had a very good trading year, so of course I went to Dubai. I said, I'm going to travel and, not look at how much I'm going to spend. I see me now. I traveled then. And I just called car rental people and I said, see, even if I'm going to the marketplace in this Dubai, Lamborghini will be what will be carrying me. Sorry, Rolls Royce, it will carry me. And that's the funny thing. It was carrying me every single place I was going to. I was in practically one of the best hotels. I was spending money like a reckless kid because I didn't really give a shit. In fact, my money spending then did not have any limits. I was just, any dirham I want, hello, Alpha, I'm sending you money, go on. So it was very good. So I came back from Dubai then, and my plan there was to get a Nissan GTR. Nissan GTR then was, after tax, it was like $168,000. That's what I wanted to get. And I was at home then, I went to the family house. And this particular night, I was sleeping. And I woke up to people shouting in the house. I was like, in my dream, I just say, hey, people were legit crying. I was like, what is going on in this house? I woke up. And I saw my mom crying. I saw my two sisters crying. I was like, what is happening here? And they were crying out. I said, what is the problem? And they said, Lagos Island is on fire. I said, and what is now the problem? My mom had 2 shops in Lagos Island. My sister 2 shops, the other one 2 shops. My dad, has 3 shops, cargo company. Everything was burned down to the ground.
Crazy.
As we were speaking. That moment, that moment, there are many moments in my life where I don't even know how I escaped it. But what I can tell you for sure was that in the space of 2 hours, we literally saw hundreds of millions, in fact, 200s of millions of naira burn down to the ground, right in front of us. I looked front, there was no hope. I looked behind me, there was no hope. I looked inside me, I was to buy new GTR the next week. I looked all around me and I said, so this is where my life will amount to at this point in time. I locked my room. The rule is that nobody should see a man cry. So what I did really was I just entered my room, locked the door, and I cried. You see, the tears at that point in time was not the tears of absence of hope. Because then I was, when you are basically in your A game, your trading journey is officially started. And then you now get this kind of backlash. It was crazy for me. So after crying, I said, what's the next step? I had zero idea. So what I did then was, eventually I came out of my room and I said, Mommy, I don't even want to calculate what has happened. But this is what I'm going to do. This is the money that I intend to use and buy whatever I need to buy. You can take it. I'm going to start my life afresh and see how it goes. And I literally took my money, all the money I've been working through with trading at that time, managing my life, and I gave it to the family and I said, we'll see how this thing goes.
Well, I started trading crypto and I decided to resign my job because I was making more money and it was keeping me away from my family.
Are you serious?
Yes, my job was keeping me away from my family. I was working in a private school and it was a boarding school. So some days I worked till 8 in the night. So, and it was in a different state. I had to go there. The salary was really little then, just 80,000 naira, which today is not even up to $100. So I was doing that, hoping that things would get better. So when crypto came in, I was making good money from crypto. I decided to resign my job. Unfortunately, as I resigned, the crypto crash started.
Wow.
I'm telling you, the crypto crash started and I lost everything.
Can you help us, like, with context? How much did you lose?
Well, a cousin of mine gave me 3 million naira to trade for her.
Okay.
And we raised that money to 10 million naira. Guess where we were targeted?
20.
30 million naira. So we refused to withdraw and that money came down to 500,000 before we withdrew.
From 10 million to 500,000.
Personally, when I started trading crypto, I started with 20,000 naira.
Okay.
And I gradually grew it to like 1.5 million or thereabouts.
That's massive.
Yes, within few months. And I was already withdrawing, like we paid our rent, I bought a new laptop, we're doing things from the money. So when it got to that 1.5, I felt I already knew what was going on. Exactly. And then I started asking some of my friends to bring money, let me help them to trade. I was giving
Do that now, by the way.
Never. I will never try that. So I collected money from them. They gave me some money and I started helping them trade. It was going well at first. I was giving them returns. So when the crypto market started crashing, many of these persons didn't understand crypto trading.
Okay.
They did not know that crashes happen. The market can swallow up almost everything that you put into it. So I did not know how to go back to tell them. And talking about reputation and integrity, I did not want to ruin my reputation. So I had bought a parcel of land then. I had to sell it off. I had to start. It was just my cousin who understood because she was also a trader and she was the owner of the account. I was just logging in to help her trade. You understand? So she knew that I did not withdraw her money, neither did I steal it. She just understood that the market, and she was in a crypto trading group. So she was seeing what was going on. Okay. But the other persons, I had to pay them. We drew every other crypto I had in different wallets, sold everything, started selling off my stuff so that I could pay them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so everything I had achieved from the time I started crypto trading to that point in 2018, I lost everything.
December last year, I lost a bunch of money to fishing. No one is.
Oh yeah, I remember when they had to.
So I was a bit down for some days here. I was just very cool, and I said, well, I've said the word that I am. I am the king of Zamunda. not the prince, but the king. And I will bounce back. And yes, here we are today.
How much did you do this for context?
I didn't actually review that and I didn't want to do that. Now, there was one day I was at Enugu. There's this event organized by Mr. or let me say, it's now a chief, one bishop, the one the owner of Crypto TV Plus. I was sharing my bad experience on how I lost more than 100 million naira post 2021 bull run. Yeah. And then this freestyler, what's his name? Dan Dizzy. I think he's spinning script on the grass. Say, now wow, make una they try to the light small. I just smile, I shook my soul. Since then, if I lose money, I don't want to, review because many won't believe. And if I also make money, when I could tell you that, I just made $1. Because it's very hard to believe because cryptocurrency is crazy. If not for the fact that I was already posting the script of fish out there, I won't even talk about it. Cryptocurrency is one crazy venture that it is still very difficult for many people to believe. It's crazy. I mean, how do you turn $100 into $100,000? How? I miss making more than $800,000 on Dogecoin with a mere $200, and that's out of because Bernard listed it. The whole thing went up. Let me just take profit and buy back. I never bought back. Before out of nowhere, Elon Musk came, all the influencers globally came, and we saw Dogecoin at almost 80 cents. So my 1.1 million Dogecoin was just sold for peanuts. Rest in peace to my 1.1 million Dogecoin.
And this is the magic of trading itself. I knew I had the skill, of course. So what I did then was I'll just deposit $200 and then we'll see how it goes from there. Now, let me tell you why this is painful. In 2019, I already had students, right? I had top tier students. So then I'll go to my student channel and I'll see my students making $4,000, $5,000. And none of them knew my story really. None of them knew I was struggling. Because I can't be telling how we mentor come and be telling students that a mentor don't get capital.
You don't know.
Do you get what I mean? But I trusted myself really. And that was the beautiful aspect of trading itself. I remember, prayers don't work in trading anyways. I remember depositing $1,000 at that time. And I said, this money, we must flip this money to make good amount of money. And then I flipped the $1,000. In fact, funny enough, socials did not know I was struggling there. But I did something for social media to see. I deposited that $1,000, came to my student channel, and I said, today I want to show you people the power of flipping account. Then they did not know I was struggling. They just thought it was just Idolo doing Idolo moment. And everybody was watching me. I gave the trade. It was on Euro JPY, a classic trade. And in 2 hours, I was able to flip $1,000 to $44,000 in 2 hours.
That's sick.
Right. And then when I flipped it in 2 hours, I then withdrew $10,000 of that money, and the remaining about $34,000, I was able to get it to $104,000. And that was how my trading restarted. I took out, I took out $17,700 and I sent it to Englewood in New Jersey to get the car you currently can see with. That was the car I got in COVID then. It's an important car. That's the main reason why I've not seen this thing now, because it actually signified my struggles. Do you understand? Anytime I look at it, I'll be like, I've suffered. Like, I've suffered. So, that time was very much defining to me and stuff like that. But now, life is beautiful. It's totally different from then now. Now, at least we have our focus is on our focus. So, we won't be asking me for yearly revenue now. So, that's basically it.
Now, when it comes to business success, being book smart or street smart, which one do you think, helps the most to become successful?
Well, what I would say is that I think it depends on what is in vogue, okay? If it takes, you need to be very street smart on this, then you work with that. Just like cryptocurrency right now. Imagine someone telling you that, don't mind what they are doing, it has to be Bitcoin alone. When meme coins are already,
Yeah. So that's a typical example of street smart.
Market cap of meme coins as of today is over $65 billion today. Now, imagine that you're not having a share of that because you feel like if you are too smart in anything, if you are not looking at the realities, and then you're involved with it, you are a owner.
So would you say that you need a decent combination of both being book smart and street smart?
I evolve. I try to navigate to the reality of what is trending. That is it.
What are you doing your sense, right?
If I think you know what I was planning to post. Use your head. Use your head in everything you do.
So I want you to tell us how did you start again?
Well, I started trying to do airdrops then.
Okay.
There's what we call airdrops, like just like crypto giveaway.
Mhm.
People give you free coins for promoting their platforms or promoting their product or promoting their coins. So I was doing a lot of airdrops, and through airdrops I started making small money again, and I started trading again. Then I went for more training.
So you said you started investing in trainings and all that.
Yeah, so I knew that what was happening to me wasn't spiritual, and it wasn't many other persons didn't lose as much as I did. Yes, some people lost money, but they didn't lose all they invested.
Yeah.
So I knew something was missing, and that was knowledge. Many of us got into trading from searching for things on the web. Like, I went online, taught myself how to trade, then I was making some researches. Those things work, but sometimes it's better to learn from another person's experience.
Why? Why do you think it's better to learn from another person's experience?
The person has walked that path, and the person now knows what to do and what not to do.
Okay.
Then crypto was fairly new to Nigerians because most of us got into it through MMM. So we didn't have many crypto traders that knew how to trade, but we had old forex traders.
Okay.
And trading is trading anyway. Yes, the rules may be slightly different, but it's still trading. I had to meet somebody that was more experienced than I was to get training. I spent a lot of money on different types of training just to know what I didn't know. Yes, I was still researching because as a student, you keep learning.
Yeah.
I was still researching, but I was adding those things to what I was learning from these other experienced traders.
Cool. So what was the difference in terms of the results from, when you didn't learn properly how to trade and then when you start investing in knowledge?
I never had to lose that much again. And even when I lost money, I knew the reasons why I lost it. And I knew what I had to do to correct that. So after I invested in training, I made some money from airdrops. I went into the market again. Then it was this leverage trading just started, which is future. Many people know it as futures trading. In 2000,
BitMEX then.
yes, then it was BitMEX. In 2018, we were already trading
Features.
features, but many people were not into it because they didn't know it. Then it was only on BitMEX. Later, Bybit and other people started coming in before even Binance introduced it. So I started trading on BitMEX. Then they used to even nickname me BitMEX Mama. I have a birthday cake that has BitMEX Mama on it that Trader Casey did for me then. So I started trading on BitMEX. I was still training people gradually online. Many people wanted to join because the crypto market was at standstill then. Many people were not trading. Market kept going down. They didn't know that you can be making money from that up and down movement. Many crypto traders still don't know technical analysis. So they can't assess or analyze the charts and know where to short or long. So we were doing that in my group then. So we were trading, and then calamity struck again. A crash happened. Everybody was expecting Bitcoin to hold $6,000.
Okay.
Bitcoin had been falling from $20,000, and we expected that 6,000 was the last bus stop, and it's crashed that point. In fact, some of the persons that were trading then almost committed suicide because they lost. They are already used to making profits.
Yeah.
They were not used to losses because then we were moving well. We were having
Looked like the market was stable.
Yes, it looked like we already had our game. So we're having back-to-back profits. So they did not put in the risk management procedures that they were supposed to do. They just went into the market, and many of us lost a lot of money.
Wow.
So that had to take us some steps back again, re-strategize, and then come back. You can't give up, because if you give up, where are you going to? Either you go back to the village or you start afresh from another different thing. So we knew that we just had to learn again from the experience and come back. At that point, we realized what we were doing wrongly. We were using high leverage. We had too much confidence in the market. We were not setting stop loss. We were trying to make sure that we chase the markets instead of allowing the market come to us. So you understand. So we started taking new steps, and I think that was the last major loss we made.
So how do you approach risk management, both in your personal finances and trading crypto?
Okay, with crypto, my risk management has been, if I want to trade with fund, like I even made this post a few days ago. Sometimes when I post something out there, I try to talk to myself and I'm like, okay, let me just share this with someone that may pick the message. So with risk management, for instance, you're seeing that certain cryptocurrencies, they already established, the market cap, the volume, the partner, so it's very hard for them to go away. And you want to trade, let's say 10 to 100 million naira on a random cryptocurrency. So for you to manage your risk, let's say you want to even trade that money off. To manage your risk is you putting that fund on a cryptocurrency you are so certain won't go away. Don't go and put it on a new meme coin because you feel like this can easily do 100x. It may not do it. It may go to zero.
Yeah.
And that money is gone. So if I want to trade bulk funds, I trade only on established and robust markets. Maybe like BNB, like Matish. I don't just go trading new meme coins or new projects. I don't do that.
What gives you the kind of confidence that makes you say, after God, you're the best trader alive? I see you say that, look, guy.
What gives me the kind of confidence? I would say I have the portfolio to back it up.
Mm.
And I'm not scared to say it right in front of camera. I usually say, bring your idolus, let us put $200. No, do you know one thing? The reason I can say that, and I can say it in front of anybody, is because I have the portfolio to back it up. And not just the portfolio. For you to trade, you need a broker now. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Broker has records now, Abi. They know the people who are performing and not performing now. So if you want to come against Kenechukwu, your records will come out. We will now sit down and dissect it. So for me to say most time that the only person better than me is God is not because I'm trying to brag or something. Although that's a little bit of bragging, let's be honest. But I know that I'm not trying to be overly overboard. But I know I can compete with anybody. If you put us together right now and say, do your thing, I'll be good competition for the person. And then we'll know who wins at the end of the day. It's going to be very bad because I know 7 years is no small job. For you to be in a business for 7 good years, you should to an extent know, and people still trust what you do. To an extent, it means you know what you are doing.
Yeah, you're not afraid to be wrong sometimes. So for NAP, you've given so I know the time you called Bitcoin dump. After 16K, it's going to 10K, it's going to the destination. And then Bitcoin went to 30K, 40K, 70K right now. And I think you've admitted that. So
yeah, I'm going to comment. I might be scared to be wrong. So this is how it works. I will just use the Bitcoin story to give you a proper story of that. The first Bitcoin bearish run that ever happened before this bearish run, I called it all. That was one of the things that made trading Kene. I called the sell-off from BTC top all the way to $3,400 before he made his next leg to wherever he went. That was one of the trades that gave
NC 19.
Yes, yeah. I told you that's my best trading year, I called the top to 3-4. The entire video analysis of that trade is on my page. Not screenshot analysis, video analysis. I don't do screenshots when I want to brag. I make a video. There's a difference. And everyone, that's the. So the thing is, I feel like in all ramifications, I'm different. Because when I want to make noise, I go, you see the way you arrange this camera?
Yeah.
That's how I arrange my camera. I'm a content creator that is not a coaching lens. Yeah. Very dark mad. Do you understand? I brag about how much I'm good at something when I know what I'm doing.
What's been like your single biggest win since you started doing crypto?
Well, in 2018, even in the crash and all that, there was one plot of land I didn't sell, when I was selling all I had. I had that plot of land because nobody would buy it as at that time where it was. So they were having some crisis there. Then later, when the crisis stopped, I decided that as I started making small money, I would start building. And I started building gradually. I didn't have money to build what I wanted. My engineer advised me, instead of me to build for so long, let me build something that in few years I'll be able to complete it. Then I will be sending him money, like maybe I'll send 1,000 to him. He will laugh. I'll send 5.
Guys,
I'll send 5K. Say, hold it, please. Don't worry. What's the next thing? You say the thing we need is 350,000. Why are you sending me 5K? I say, hold it. Have faith. Believe. He will be laughing. Gradually, the money will be complete. He will go and do that stuff we wanted to do. But in 2020, during the lockdown, many people were crying then that things were going bad. Then trading was fantastic for me. So I was able to complete that house. In 2021, I was able to furnish it and then move in with my
and then
family.
literally in the same year, we saw pictures of Pepper Denza and the house. And you have been speaking about this Pepper Denza for years.
I kept speaking it into existence. I was in 2015. I kept talking about Pepper Red Venza from 2015, and I finally bought it 5 years.
5 years later.
So I kept talking about Pepper Red Venza on Facebook. I will abuse my Facebook friends that they are not useful to me if they can't contribute money and buy me Pepper Red Venza. So, sometimes they will snap Venzas. In fact, somebody took a picture of somebody using Venza to pack bread, and they sent it to me on Facebook. I posted it, tagged me, that look at your Venza, they need to sell bread. I was so upset. So finally, I bought the Venza in 2020, and when I posted it, everybody was so happy because they knew already that it was my dream car, and I've been talking about it for a long time. When I messaged somebody that was posting a car and asked her how much, she did not want to respond to me because she was like, this person, I don't think this person is a serious buyer. This person doesn't have money. But I seriously was contemplating because that car actually looked like a Venza, and then I wanted to buy the Venza.
Yeah.
But finally, I bought it from another seller. The next year, I finished my house. It did not even take I think that was it last year or when did I buy the car for my dad?
2021? Should be 2021, right?
Yeah, 2021 was
2 years ago.
I think so. I can't even remember.
2 years ago, 2021. This is 2023.
Okay, this is 2023. Yeah. So 2021, I bought a truck for my dad, Thunder truck. I think it was even one of the biggest things for me, more than even the house and the car, because my dad has been my support system for a very long time. Like right from when I was a child. In fact, everybody knows that I'm daddy's girl. So even when things were bad for me, he would still send me small money. I was feeling bad taking those monies from him because I felt it was my time to take care of him. This is an old man that is retired. He's still sending his daughter money. I was not feeling fulfilled. So when I
send you money,
no. In fact, he used to call me to share money when we need to do things at home, and they call that, maybe they need 200K or 500K. He will call me and say he will bring 200. Let me bring 300. He now shares it with me, So I'm happy. I'm happy that I can do those things for him now. So I was able to buy him that truck. Last year, my mom became jealous that I bought my father a truck. I did not buy anything for her. I bought a small car that they will be using to take my children to school. I drove it to the village. My mom was telling my cousin that, who did I buy that car for? That she doesn't want that car. She wants Jeep. I said, did I buy it for you? The car that I bought for myself. You say I bought car for you. They did not buy it. Her leg is paining her. She doesn't want a low car. She wants high car.
She wants to drive high.
So I made her believe I was not interested in getting her a car. And then on her birthday last year, which is 2022, we surprised her with a brand new Jeep. She was so excited, she was happy. All these things have been possible, but it because of exposure to the online space, and because of my resilience and persistence, and also putting in work.
So you believe in online courses? You don't think they're scam. You don't think if you pay somebody for an online course, you're enriching the person.
For me, before you can pay somebody for an online course, okay, so this is where the problem comes in. Most Nigerians are not fully smart. I'll give you a typical example. If I want to pay somebody for an online course that is going to generate me wealth, the first rule of thumb is I must know if you are wealthy. You cannot preach what you do not have. Do you get what I mean? And how do I know if you are wealthy? It's not by what you show me. I would know by just simply our conversation. If we talk, except you are a mad person, if I engage somebody who is poor, I will know.
You think I'm poor?
No, you are not poor now. If they are poor, I won't be here. Do you get what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if you remember our first conversation, our conversation did not end on Instagram. I had to bring you to WhatsApp. Do you understand? So before we could even navigate through that, I would have worked a few things along the line. There's nobody who has successfully, from social media, managed to bring me for us to see one-on-one. It is impossible. Not one person can do that because it is very hard, except you've had a physical encounter. There's something about riches. Riches does not hide. A poor man can easily just bring a car of flaunt, but if you see a rich man, by the way they think and the way they navigate through things, you know that this person is not poor. So by simply doing a little bit of research, you'll be able to see about those you should learn from and who you shouldn't learn from. So I think that is something that is not so hard for.
So you don't think that somebody is successful at something, you will not want to teach people? Like, this is really working for you, you will not teach anybody.
Okay, so for me, this is how I'm going to put it. If I wasn't within the trading industry,
Yeah.
and I'm doing something totally different, I would not teach. And I'll tell you why.
So it depends. So are you saying it depends?
It depends on your niche. The thing here is, many people tell me, Kenechukwu, why do you teach Forex? Right? I mean, it makes money. Why are you teaching people? And I always tell them that, look at me carefully. Do you really think that if I want to teach somebody trading right now, you really think I'm going to teach you 100% of what I know? That's impossible now. If you like, pay me $10,000. It's not possible. I'm going to teach you like 80%. No, it's only a madman that teaches 100% what he knows. Except we want to start lying to ourselves. Because you must always want to keep something that will make whoever you thought to keep on respecting you for the rest of his life. Because the one thing that people do not understand is that if I come and I give you 100% of what I know, and I'm no longer of value. And once you understand that, you have something to hold somebody to. So by the time you do not understand that simple rule, you'll be a disaster. So if somebody should come and tell me, okay, I want to learn trading, I'll give you 80% of what I learn. If you now decide to discover the remaining 20%, all good and fine, but I will not give you that 100%. My hard work is not going to work like that. So at the end of the day, do people teach? Trading is a very big environment. Everybody can fly in it. So if I come in and I teach, I understand that when you're making money, it doesn't affect my money. So I'm not really bothered.
Yeah.
But when it comes to things like, areas where you know that the people doing it are quite small.
Yeah, you have trade secret.
No, now come on, you can't just let it out. But do you want to go for? Definitely not. So that's the only way, me, I see it in that direction.
Now, an important question I want to ask you, which a lot of people miss, is what is your attitude to saving and investment? Because it's possible to make a lot of money from business and all that. But it's not about how much you're able to make as much as it's about how much you're able to keep at the end of the day. So what's your saving and investment culture like?
Oh, well, I'm very frugal with money. People who know me know that.
You like economy?
Yes. I'm very frugal. I can use, I think these my phones I've been using there for 2 years now. I can use a phone for 2 years. I can use clothes for 10 years, 8 years, 5 years. You understand? So I believe in money management and reinvesting. Also keeping something for the rainy day. So I don't, many people live a very flamboyant life on social media. Meanwhile, in their accounts, there's absolutely nothing. I usually ask, if you have a health emergency now, yes, we know that you may not have so much money, but at least there are certain level of health emergencies you should be able to handle if you've worked for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Or if you've touched a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have made up to 10 million naira. And right now, we don't have at least 5 million naira worth of assets or money at hand. You should always have money for emergency. Doesn't mean I have money. Nobody should come and bill me. Oh, I don't have. Oh, people hear that I'm stingy. I've already said it that I'm stingy. Nobody should come and
Please don't be loud.
I don't have. But I'm just saying, you should have something. If an emergency comes up, you can look to your rights and say, I will sell off this gold I've kept or this plot of land I've kept. Some people, when I was advising some people to invest in real estate, when I was advising people to invest in real estate, and they were saying in Nigeria, the naira keeps losing value and all that. And so you can buy gold. Gold is easier to sell off. It's liquid. Like any day you want to sell gold, you can sell it instantly.
Yeah.
And it appreciates too. So if you don't want to keep the naira, if you don't want to keep the dollar, if you don't want to buy assets, then you can buy gold. There are still stocks out there. You must not trade crypto like me, but you can also buy some good cryptocurrencies that will appreciate over time and give you some good value for your money. It's a risk you can take because you can't say that you're 100% sure that any particular one will do well, but it's a risk you have to bear if you plan to make money. There are no rich guys out there that didn't take huge risks.
Yeah.
If you hear some of the risks they took, I heard the owner of Binance sold everything he had. His house, everything. So I'm not telling you to sell your house and come and buy crypto. I'm not there. So, but
That's interesting.
I'm just telling you.
So now you're doing a whole lot of things now. You're a lecturer, you run the online harvest and a couple other things you do. How are you able to do all this and still, balance it with being there for your kids and the people you love, literally? I mean, on my birthday, I had a knock inside my office door. IB was there. How do you do all those things and juggle your work?
Oh, well, time management. I'm very good with time management. I plan my entire life. I plan my whole day. Before tomorrow, I already know what I will do, and then I plan it. I make sure I give time to everything. We can handle anything thrown at us if we can plan ourselves. I multitask a lot. I do a lot of things. I make sure the food we eat in our house, I'm the one that still cooks them.
Wow.
Because my children prefer eating my food. Yeah, it's not like we don't eat out once in a while. We do. We even order food. But majorly, the food we eat, I cook. I find time to do those things. I find time to go through my children's work, school work. I find time to teach them house chores and different things. I find time to go to church because I'm a church girl. Hallelujah.
Praise God.
I find time to go to church. I find time to give my lecturing work. If you ask them, in fact, if you go to my department, the kind of work I put in, they will not believe I still have time to do other things. If they put me in a group, I am out there making sure everything is done correctly, and I still find time for my students at the online harvest. We even have every Sunday we have our weekly outlook. We have meetings with them, mentorship and everything. We still try. So it's just good time management and organizing yourself, trying to put away frivolities. It's not like we will not play. I don't think anybody plays as much as I do. I play a lot, but we find time to do everything so that to create that balance.
Beautiful. So guys, join us on the next episode. But before you go, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and tell us what stood out for you in this session. IB will be there to go through the comments as well. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. Do you have any last words just before you go?
Well, believe in yourself. Whatever you're going through, go through it.
Yes, it's your turn.
It's your turn. It's turn by turn. Your turn to see the shaggy. Go through it is building you for something stronger. As long as you do not give up, you do not let depression to get to you, you keep working, you will get there. It may get worse before it gets better, but it will definitely get better.
And if you like to give up, Yeah. All right, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next episode and cheers.